I remember when I was a kid, I was 14, 15 years old. My dad got me my first camera where I started shooting videos and vlogs of myself, and I started thinking about it. Ever since then, through times I stopped shooting, through times I stopped being inspired by photography, but lately I've been thinking about it. What really made me inspired to continue doing it at this age? And I stopped myself at the 10 things why I still enjoy it, and I wanted to share them with you. Number one is you can do it anytime you want. Think of it as the camera being your third eye. Every time you're outside, every time you're trying to capture a moment, you can always try to capture it in a way that can express yourself in a way. And I've been thinking about other hobbies and how you can do this in other hobbies, and I don't think that's entirely possible if you are a motorcyclist, or if you like cars, or if you love cycling and running. I don't think you can be as creative as you can be with photography, because you can pick up a camera and you can just go outside and do it whenever you want, whenever you have time. It's always there for you. All you need is a camera, and it could be any camera you want. It doesn't have to be the most expensive. It could be any camera that you like and you want to take pictures with. Number two is you can be as creative as you want. When I started thinking about what's a hobby that you can continue to develop, and I think that's art. I think it's either drawing, videography, photography. They all are kind of bundled together. And I realized that you could take any photo anywhere, in any angle, any composition, in any place you're in the world, and you can make it your own, or you could be as creative as you want. You can be, you can take cityscapes, or you can take beach photos, or you can take surf photos, or you can take sports photography. You can basically do anything you want and recreate your style, or maybe try different ways of shooting and doing it. I think it's one of the only hobbies or endeavors you can take that makes you do more, and it's always different in a sense. Number three is saves a memory. That's my little notebook that I keep. By the way, this is by Moleskine. You don't need a Moleskine one. You can get anything you want as long as it's small and you can hold it in your hand. Saves a memory is one thing that when I look back on the pictures that I've taken, or even the videos I've taken, it's all about saving it at the time. And imagine you can take a photo with your camera like this, and you can print it out and you can give it to people. Like, I was in Texas, you could probably see it from the last videos that I've uploaded. I was in Texas this summer, and I saw one of my friends, who's my best friend. He's 75, 76 years old, and I'll never forget, we spent 3 hours talking in a hotel room about life and about challenges and about things we've experienced and so on. And I said to him, let's take a picture. So we took a picture and we saved the memory together, because I was able to get a camera like that. If I had taken it on my phone, it wouldn't have been the same, because that would have been just a selfie or anything, and then you will never look back into it and see what the scenery around you was. So what I said is just, I'm gonna place the camera here and we're gonna take a photo together. And while we were talking, and we did, and I saved that memory that I keep to myself. I may post it, but it's something that I appreciate about photography. You don't have to always be looking at the camera or do like smile or do anything like that. You could just be your own self in the moment. And actually, I believe that the photos that you take that are not made up, or people like don't try to appear good or well, I believe they're the best photos because they capture exactly the essence of this moment. 4, I was thinking about them. I was just on the balcony. I was thinking about these. What should I put as the 10 things? 4 is challenges you. I believe photography could be really challenging, right? So you try to take a better photo every time. I used to have this thing where back in the day when I was shooting architectural photography, I can actually show you what I've done before as well, to see what the difference is in the style that I have right now versus what I used to do before. When I wasn't as mature, I would say. I was more like chasing popularity, and I was chasing gain out of it as much, whereas now I'm getting more because I'm not chasing it. But it challenges you in a way that you always want to take a better photo. And I'll tell you one thing I do, which I hope it helps you as well, as if you're starting off right now, is I used to take a lot of shots at the same time of the same thing, maybe 4, 5, 6, and then I would choose the best one. I now have a challenge that I just take 1 shot each. Whether that's good or bad, I keep with it and I continue forward. There's been some times where I've taken 2 or maximum 3 shots, but I tend to stick to the rule where if I haven't taken the shot, then it's not natural to me to do it again. So I feel like it's really challenges me to take better photos in the future, and maybe, who knows, maybe go into video later on as well. I know we're in the middle of the video. I wanted to tell you as well one thing. I'm currently back in my home country for only 2 to 3 weeks to try to take care of my father, who is currently not doing very well, and it's been challenging for the family. So I'm here now. I don't know what to do with my job, my career as well. I think there will be a time where I'll have to make a really tough decision, but I haven't gotten to that time yet. So that's why it's a different scenery behind me. That's actually my room where I grew up in my life. So this is my childhood room. So we moved when I was 5 to this place, and I'm here currently in my home country, and everything, as you can see, is different. You can't see the environment around me. It's a little bit more like footballers in a child's room. And this is the room that I used to live here with my brother, and in my country with my parents. And my father is currently in the other room. He's watching movies or sleeping, I think. And so it's trying to spend more time with my family. And I hope what we're going through right now is it cannot be cured, but I continue to be positive, and I continue to be with my family throughout this time. And I needed to make a tough decision to leave London for like 2 days to be here, and I will be here for another 2 weeks, and I'll return back and probably have to travel a lot. So just wanted to state that, if that's a personal update. Number 5, I think we're getting into, on a positive note from what I've said, is makes people happy. I honestly, when I think about being with a camera and being around people, taking their pictures, I've never seen a sad person taking their photo with a camera. If it's a phone, yeah, but I've never seen anybody that I would take a photo of and they're not happy about it, because no one usually takes photos with real cameras anymore. And when you pull out a camera anywhere you go, people like you and makes people happy around you, because you save their memory and you save your own. Now, it has a little bit of a negative side of it as well. If you are only the one that's taking the photos, no one else is, you never get a memory of yourself as much as you do for other people. But to me, it's always important to make the people around me happier, and I think it's one of those things where you can do it with a camera. A side note on this, which is gonna take me to the next point, when you have a camera, there's a lot of opportunities around you, business opportunities as well. Like you would imagine if you're going to a fashion show and you pull out a camera, people would want to take photos of their new clothes or with their friends and so on to save that memory. And you're the guy with a camera, and you could make it, as my 6 point says, lucrative. We can make it a business. You could always make it a business. But what I've realized in the last few years, what I've been trying to make it a business, but I have not really been focused on it at all. I've just been trying to do concert photography by my own expenses and so on. I realized that the only way you can make it a business is by going out and talking to people about it. I think online is, you can do it through, I remember I used to do it with once artists come to the city, to London, I would call and message their managers, even the smaller artists, to take photos of them when they're here. And I was successful in getting photo passes for a couple of groups that had really amazing music. I enjoyed it, and I learned a few things as a concert photographer, which I'm not. Apparently concert photographers can only shoot for the first 3 minutes of a show. I didn't know that. And only authorized artist photographers can do it for the entire show, because you would ruin people's views if you do it all the time. So one of the things that I learned, like side note on this, but it's very lucrative as a business. You can imagine doing photography for a festival and then getting closer to artists, and then the artists invite you to take photos of them because they need those photographs for their own brand. And talking about branding, imagine you have a digital agency like I do right now. I set it up recently again. I used to have one. I help people with a very certain niched part of their business, not close to branding, but I can always offer my services to say, I'm also a photographer. I can take photos of you and I can make them similar to what your brand is, so you can express yourself in a better way, and then use it for an ad or use it for just anything. And I can also, you put text and you created your own. And I think it's with I'm not gonna say the 2 words, but with the technology increasing, the increased use of technology also makes photography being a point of realness. And so if you have a real business, like a lucrative business, this is you and your skill set. No one can take it from you. No one can recreate it the way you do it. And that's your own touch. And that's why I believe in the future, it will be even more powerful. Point number 7 is it's unlimited. So unlimited potential, as we said before. As we said, that you can do it anytime you want. You can be as creative as you want. Saves a memory, challenges you, makes people happy, is lucrative. And we just said it's unlimited. And that these points before told us that you could do a lot with photography. And it's unlimited to me because you could do it in any way you want. You could save a memory with your family. You could do it for a brand. You could take a photo of a cityscape. You could use it for your travels. You could recreate a different photographer's style to get inspired, and then make it your own in a way. You can try different things. You can shoot from a viewfinder like this, and that challenges you because you don't see the display at all. I can show you if I can, like this, and it challenges you to take a photo from it, which is completely different than what it is if you take it from a display, because you see what the effect would look like. It also is, you can learn about aperture, you can learn about ISO, you can learn about shutter speed. There's so much that you can learn in this camera, and I am still learning about the buttons and things, even though it's been years and years of photography to understand what these do. Like the other day I learned that this button here, you can set it up as that you could take the exposure from the outside and bring it inside. I didn't know that. You can lock it, and I think it's quite interesting to take the shot you want in the future. Number 8 is always changing. Like, as a whole, photography is always changing. I mean, next week Sony can release a camera with a completely different functionality that the current cameras have, and I think it's continuing to improve. I mean, we started with 10 megapixels or somewhere there to now being able to have the Sony FX5, I believe, that's 5K camera, I believe, and incredible filming capabilities and so on to take better videos and to actually be like a producer level camera at a price where people who do this a lot can't afford it, even though it's quite expensive. But it's always changing. It's like what the history of photography is started from, what is it called? Not film, but where you roll it, like raw. Then I believe film, black and white, right? Then I think it's kind of like sepia, kind of orangey kind of color, and then turn into color, then turn into digital. Then now we have like these APS-X, I think it's called, where it's not full frame cameras, and then you have full frame. And so there's always something that happens, but one of the things that I love is they keep photography the same. Like, yes, it's changing, but it's still a camera, and it's still one thing that you do that's not helping you in any way to take a better photo. It's just, it's you that takes it. So it's always changing, but also they keep it as it is as well. Number 9, this one is interesting for people that don't like to go out of the house, especially when it's hot or when it's too cold. I think it just gets you out. You pick up a camera, you can take photos anywhere you want, and you could always make it a hobby with somebody else that you're with as well. Go out and explore different areas and make a memory and take the camera with you. And I think it's something that people enjoy now, and you could get out of the house instead of staying home and watching something. You can actually create something on your own, which brings me to the final point of this video. It's your own. So when you take a photo, it's your own photo, and no one can take that from you. And I think it's one of those things where it kind of is used as a staple of a memory, but also of your own self. Like, this is, you can look back into it in the next 5-10 years, and you can look back of what you did, and you can say, oh, here's my photo then, and here's how I do it now. Look how interesting it is. And as much as I thought that it was awkward taking the photos that I used to take when I was 20 and 22, I believe it was part of the creative process to be where I'm at today, to think the way I think. They were just different style, and I believe that when you do photography, it continues to be kind of your own thing. You can grow up with it. You can build up your style to the way you feel in this certain moment is the way you take a photo, and it creates this growth even for your own self, because it's your own. I remember taking pictures when I was a kid to what I do now, and it's always my own. And I think it's really interesting and very rewarding to do it frequently. So these are the top 10 things that I believe are great about photography, and the reasons why I love it in particular. And tell me why you like it in the comments below. I would love to learn about what inspires you and what makes you do it yourself. Because to me, it's something that truly makes me happy. And I was thinking what really makes me happy, and whenever I'm with a camera, I enjoy doing it. So I will continue doing it. And if you're interested in seeing any of my presets or anything that I've created, I have a link in the description. You can get it for free. It's a Fujifilm 1 LUT that I give for free. If you would like to sign up with your email down below, the only reason why I promote this is because I want to grow this, and I want to offer you even more like interesting and free things from me. But also later on, I will probably create something paid, like a book of photography, or like presets that I have done, or LUTs that I have done, or tips how to edit, to teach people that are beginners, and that will help me, support me, instead of taking sponsorships from different companies. So I believe I will be quite picky with what I do on my channel. I'll probably get sponsorships from coffee companies than I would from photography businesses, but it's because, as you can see from this cup, that's what I love. But it's a long journey for me, and I hope it is something that I can make something out of it. And I think that's the only way, is by providing value to people and by seeing if you like it or not. So if you wish, feel free to reach out as well below. I hope we stay connected. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.